There are a lot of things out there to distract you. I personally have struggled with video games, social media, forums, meme websites, video websites, Sudoku, browsing new Lego sets, planning and optimizing new character builds for video games, researching new potential hobbies, following political developments in the news, and many, many other things. Just to give you a picture, I have a welder I bought myself for Christmas 3 years ago that I planned to learn how to use so I could build some cool stuff for my home gym, but the welder hasn't even come out of the box. I have spent many hours reading about welding, different types of welders, what types of welding are best for different applications, and much more. And those are just the things I get distracted with online. When you have all the information in the world a few keystrokes away, it's easy to indulge in information gluttony, one of the modern deadly sins. Don't let your brain become obese by over-consuming useless information. With all of these distractions, it seems impossible to protect ourselves from all of them, and it probably is. But there are a few principles that have helped me and that I know can help you. Principle number one is to schedule time to focus on a specific task. You have to know what you need to be working on. If there is a void where you don't know what to do, your monkey brain will start jumping around and fill your time with uselessness. Make it impossible. If you have something that you know is a big distraction for you, then make it impossible to do that thing. For me, I use a website blocker that has a block list of websites and apps and anything that I find distracting on the internet. And these are always blocked on my computer. It includes websites like Yahoo, Reddit, Imgur, Facebook, Instagram, Steam. I also have the browser completely blocked on my phone using screen time with a passcode that only my wife knows. Sometimes it's annoying to not have access to my mobile browser, but I find that those times are far, far fewer than the number of times that I catch myself wasting time on my phone with a browser. Number three, impossible is best, but if you can't make it impossible, then at least make it hard. I have also used apps like ScreenZen on iOS that makes you pause for 30 seconds before opening your browser or another distracting app. If snacking is your distraction, put a padlock on the fridge or pantry that you have to unlock every time you want to open it. Or even better, give the code to someone else and they have to open it for you. Or keep the snacks on the top shelf. Or better yet, don't buy them at all. Don't bring them into your house. Only buy food that you have to cook into meals to eat. Another idea is if your distraction is getting up and walking around to talk to people, put a seatbelt on your chair so that you have to undo it every time you want to get up. Number four, get accountable. Track the number of times you do the bad thing and be accountable, either publicly or to another person or to a contract for how often you do a certain behavior. Perhaps you go over your browser history with a friend and you have to pay them $5 for every distracting website you visit, or a commitment to pay money if you don't lose the weight you want to lose. Let me tell you a story about that last one from my own life. I had an app prototype that I wanted to get put together, but I was struggling to get moving on it and stay focused. One of my big distractions at the time was video games. I've since conquered that distraction for good, and I have another video about that. But what I did was I created a commitment contract with my wife. If I did not have a working prototype I could show her with a working set of features, within 90 days, then she could sell my gaming computer and send the proceeds in my name to a political candidate that I didn't like for their re-election campaign. I printed out the contract, I taped it to my desk next to my computer, and every time I wanted to play video games or browse the internet instead of work on the prototype, I thought about the contract. I stayed focused for the whole 90 days and finished the prototype. And it wasn't even the threat of losing the gaming computer that drove me. Over the 90 days, I stopped caring so much about video games, and instead what drove me was a desire to not have my name associated with that candidate. This sort of motivation can be powerful. So if you have something you are really having trouble getting started on, or you have a bad habit you're really trying to kick, give it a try. Comment below with what you have found effective in your life to keep yourself away from your bad habits, and I'll see you next time.